Remember, we're going through Sarah Robbins' book, Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins. So this is the book we're going through, and this chapter, you guys, I really love because it's really resonated with me because it was a lot of what I did when I was trying to, or when I started this business and with Color Street, and when I was kind of making my goals and making my plans. So I love this. We're going to talk about mindset. So I want to respect your time. So let's get started. So question is, are you prepared to be a business owner? Right? Did you join this company to see if it works, or did you join it to make it work? That's the big question. What do you like? Why did you start? Are you just kind of, well, you know what, I'm gonna do it. If it happens, it happens. Or do you say, hey, I'm gonna do it. Where's that org chart? Where do I need to pencil in where I want to be? What are my goals? What are my plans? So think about that as we go along too. But your mindset and management of time and emotions are where people really get stuck. So as Sarah Robbins says, when you have total control over these areas, anything can be accomplished. So you've probably heard the saying before, if you treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. But better yet, how about if you treat it like a hobby, it's going to cost you like a hobby? Who has a closet full of scrapbooking supplies? If you're my age, we all do, unless you downsized. But, we all get into these hobbies and we end up, spending a lot of money on them, right? And so hobbies cost. And do you want your Color Street business to cost you, or do you want to make money? So let's talk about that as we go along. This book is amazing. I just highlighted a bunch of stuff, you guys, and then I'm going to add my take into it because I love so much about what she has to say. So a really big thing too, as you go along and you're working your business, you want to discipline your disappointments. That's huge. If you're upset about something, take it up. Don't take it out. Right? So you take it up if you need to. But if you're upset about something that didn't happen, maybe give yourself a time period to be upset, but then push past it. Let that motivate you to keep moving forward. While most people start their business very part-time, it requires full-time effort for you to completely be successful. So you wonder, where does your success begin? It begins with you. And so many times people play the blame game. All right. So they have the reason why they start with the products, the pay plan, the partnership, but it's also what we blame when we're upset about something, right? So it's easy to blame our upline or our downline for lack of success, but we are independent business owners. We are an independent stylist with Color Street. And the only name on our account is ours. Yours is the only name on your paycheck. So it's really important for you to take the action for your own success. Okay, network marketing professionals take accountability for their actions, for their daily activity, and their own results. And she goes on to talk about developing your blueprint for success. And a lot of us, and I talked about this the other day, about implementing systems to establish hours of operation. And I do really think that helps us, and it helps us stay focused and to use the most of the little time we have. Because guess what? A lot of you have full-time jobs. We all have full-time schedules, right? You might have, raising your family, working another job, raising your kids, and just countless commitments like volunteer work if you don't have kids at home, and whatever you're doing. So what we want to do is to learn and focus on making the most of your part-time hours so you can experience your success in your business. And what I really like about this too is, she talks about how many hours maybe you want to work and to set aside to make a good income with your Color Street business. So you want to set aside, when you look at your calendar, you want to set aside a minimum of 10 to 15 hours a week of income producing activity. And she's going to talk about that later in the book. So we'll have to dig into our time management more fully a different week. But what we want to do, so set aside your 10 to 15 hours of income producing activity per week. And then if you want to sell retail products, you can always get away with a little bit less. But building a team requires a little bit more. You cannot conduct events, calls, and training in just a few hours. You can't do that. So you need to make sure the hours you're willing to invest in your business match your goals. Vice versa. You want to make sure your goals match what you are investing in your business. Okay, so busy work doesn't count towards your time. And we've been discussing that too. And it's so easy to get lost in our busy work. This is what is considered busy work: checking Facebook, cleaning your office, calling your team to chat, or refreshing your sales report over and over again to see what's happening in your business. That is busy work. That is not going to grow your business. And so your income producing activities, or what you want to do, your money making activities, whatever word you want to use to describe growing and making money and building your business, those include sharing your business and inviting people to learn more. Invite them to the Monday night calls that we have on the opportunity. Sharing your product or service and inviting people to try them. And by follow-up, signing people up and getting them started. So those are the activities you want to focus on every single week. And you want to just look at your calendar and mark those out. So don't do it right now, but grab your planner and block out 10 to 15 hours per week of doing those things. And I love this quote, you guys: you must control your time or your time controls you. We all get lost. We all go down those rabbit holes. So we want to take a little bit more control. I think we have a lot less anxiety. I know we have a lot less anxiety when we feel like we have more control over our schedule. So when setting aside your hours of operation, be sure to include time for prospecting, presenting the opportunity over coffee and calls, attending or hosting local meetings and events. And now we do them all virtually. So make time to do that. And then educating your team and getting educated at your team meetings and on the team calls too. So that's what we want to focus on. And again, we feel overwhelmed with our daily commitments. We all do. And so look at what you can cut out, such as like long phone conversations with friends, watching your favorite TV programs, or sitting on social media, which I know that's our big time suck. So you may have to learn to say no for a little while. But saying no for just that little bit of time, you actually can say yes to things you love for the rest of your life. There's a point in time when you're reaching and you're going for your goal, you need to put your blinders on. You need to stay in your lane, and you'll see us say that a lot. So don't worry about what they're doing over there. Don't worry about what they're saying. You stay in your lane, keep your blinders on, and you go. And you're going to make your dreams come true. And outsourcing is also a really good way to use your time wisely. So outsource cleaning. You don't want to afford a cleaning lady every week. Try twice a week. Try once a month. Do something a little bit so it can free up some of that stress and that clutter in your brain and around your house. And then use that time when they're cleaning. Make sure you're not talking to them and hanging out with them. Maybe you're at your full-time job, or work on your income producing activities during that time so you see value in having her clean and your significant other sees value in it. Because if they don't see you focused and working on your business, they're not going to respect your business. Process that a little bit, okay? If you are treating your business like a hobby, your spouse is not going to respect it. And he's not going to give you the support you need with the children, with household duties, if he sees you playing around. So stay focused on that. Don't be swayed by daily distractions. I know it's really hard for that to happen. Okay. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I had it on Do Not Disturb. There you go. Do Not Disturb's happening right here. My computer's on Do Not Disturb. Do it. Just remember to take it off, and put your spouse on, on an iPhone, I can have an emergency bypass. So if my children or my husband text me when I'm on Do Not Disturb, or they call me, it will come through. And so, because, of course, our families are everything to us, and we need to be there. We want to be there for them. This is why we do this business and why we have our goals. And you want to go ahead and take time for our personal and professional growth too. You don't want to starve your soul, your heart, and your growth. It fuels our minds and it keeps us going. And I was talking to Michelle. She's like, watch the replay, or she messaged on one of our training calls, watch the replay while getting ready for work. And that's okay. Do that. I say this time and time again, you guys, get wireless headphones so you can multitask. You don't need to sit and stare at me while I'm doing these training calls. You can be listening and taking notes, have a notepad handy, but you can be getting ready for work. You can be getting ready for your day. You can even be folding laundry or cooking dinner, but make sure you just have a notepad. So if something resonates with you, stop, write it down, but you have your earphones in, so you're not sitting there having to stare at it. But multitask in a good way. Maybe listen while you're driving to work. Again, make use of that time. Have your car be your traveling university. Again, you don't have to watch. And that's hard when you're listening. When I listen to an Audible when I'm driving, that's easy because Audible has a car mode, and so you can just bookmark what you like. And so I like that. You really can't do that when you watch these replays, but at least you're listening and trying to absorb and doing personal development every day. Start your day with that. End your day with that. Don't start your day checking your emails and seeing crap that's going on, or checking your text messages. I know sometimes it's hard when we've got half of our teams on the East Coast, and so they're ready to work and we're just waking up. But we need to be mindful of that and that time. That's so funny. Did you just hear my phone go off? Do you know why? My son sent me a text. I'm on Do Not Disturb, but I got a text from my son. So I won't check it right now though, because I know he's fine. So wake up and go to bed with positive thoughts and fueling yourself. Pray, do your devotions, read personal, self-development books, watch YouTube videos. If you would rather learn by listening, do that. Listen to uplifting music. Do you have a really fun playlist on your Google or your music? Do you have a good uplifting playlist? So if you are in that track of maybe beating yourself up a little bit before you remember to discipline your disappointments, go ahead and play that and lift your spirits a little bit before you go out to an appointment, or just before your family comes home, maybe if you need a little bit of a lifting. So if your husband hears you complaining all the time, do you think he's going to support you, or do you think he's going to say, oh, honey, just stop? He's not going to support you if you're always griping to your husband. Change your mind, change your mindset, okay? You want to remember that your words are seeds. Your words are capable of bringing harvest to your life, good or bad. So your words can bring harvest to your life, or they can be your fertilizer, or they can be your poison, even to yourself. And we talk a little bit here about getting an accountability partner, but you want to watch that. You want to be picky. Who is your accountability partner? Are you complaining? Is it a big gripe session? No, you don't need that. You don't need that in your brain. We do enough ourselves. So you need your accountability partner. You and your partner need to stay focused, stay on track of what's helping you build your business. Not to compare, This isn't a comparison. Remember, we have our blinders on. Everybody's team runs their business differently. So if your accountability partner's on a different team, that can work, but sometimes sometimes it doesn't. So I just want you to choose carefully who you are lifting and who you are going to brainstorm. It's all positive brainstorming is what you want to do. Okay, when I paused a minute and I said who you are lifting. So again, you don't want to hear a bunch of complaining and whining from your accountability partner, and they don't want to hear it from you. Remember that, okay? I know it's hard and sometimes we need to vent, but again, you vent up. You go up for anything you have a problem with. Go to your mentor. That's who you go to. You don't go sideways, all right? Because your words can take someone else down. So go up. Oh, I love this. So Sarah Robbins had an aha moment. She calls it her parking lot moment. But, someone was having a little bit of a tough talk with her. But and she said, though, you're doing the work to get to where you want to be, but you need to make the decision to be successful. You need to decide that. You need to be all in and decide, are you going through the motions or are you making up your mind to be successful? And we did, I've talked about this before, our little affirmations. And I love this. You want to believe in you, believe in your team, believe in the industry, believe in the company. And at conference, those of you who went also got this sweet card of affirmations. Put aside any self-doubt you have as you grow this business. Get rid of your self-doubt, anxiety, and any thoughts of comparison. You're perfect the way you are. People are drawn to you because of the way you are. So you can't try to be like anybody else, because then you're not going to feel genuine and real. You are you. And then I gave you guys some affirmations to look at and to read. If you are nervous when you're around strangers, I'm beautiful and smart, and that's how everyone sees me. When you're comparing yourself, I have no right to compare myself to anyone, for I do not know their whole story. I compare myself only to my highest self, right? You hear me all the time. Compare this to pole vault. It's you against the bar. It's you against your goal, not against anybody else. That's why we build a team culture where we lift each other up. We help each other grow, and we're pulling each other up by the bootstraps, because we're not in competition with anyone except for ourselves and our own goals. I'm going to read one more. When you can't get your loved ones to support your dreams. We talked a little bit. Don't complain to them. Sorry, they're going to tell you to stop. Just like you don't complain to your mother about your husband, because you're going to forgive your husband, but your mom's not, because your mom's going to take your side. Don't complain. But so when you can't get loved ones to support your dreams, tell yourself, I answer questions about my dreams without getting defensive. My loved ones love me even without fully grappling with my dreams. I accept everyone as they are and continue with pursuing my dreams. So if you have this from conference, pull it out, look at it. I need to find that document and I'll post it as well, because I just think it's really important to feed your brain. Just like Trudy talks about in Wine, Women, and Wealth, we talk about our declarations. I am powerful. I am successful. I am going to, I am a leader in our industry, or I am a leader in this company. Keep feeding your brain with positive talk. All right. Because your attitude, and ask yourself, what are your attitudes about success? Trudy does that. What are your attitudes about money? Was money negative in your house growing up? Did you fight about it? Well, what about your attitudes about success? How do you see successful people? That was my big thing. I saw them as pit bulls and really mean and really after just nothing but themselves. And so I had to change my mindset, because of course I didn't want to be that way. And you don't want to be that way. So work on your attitude about success. What are you saying about yourself or your team daily? Believe, right? Believe. Believe in the industry, your product, your team, and believe in you. Do that. And your thoughts become your words, and your words become your actions. Daily personal and professional development is the key. Invest in yourself, invest in your team's dream, and speak life into them. And you'll see, I heard even Tracy Rogers talk about she really turned everything around when she did personal development every single day. And ask yourself, what type of culture do I want to create for my team? And I want you guys to really take time to write down these questions and take some time to answer it and be really truthful to yourself. What type of culture do you want to create for your team? And culture begins with you, and it starts today. If you don't have a team, guess what? Our whole team culture, your director's page, our team page, Angela's team page, that culture is built by you, our team members. All right? Your words and your actions are going to duplicate down to your team and up and out to us. Be an inspiration to somebody. Make that, until you have your team to lead, inspire others. Grow yourself and your team will grow, and be the leader they are looking for. You're like, well, I don't have anyone to lead. Again, yes, you do. Because you're going to draw people to you with your attitude, with your leadership skills, and with what you are putting out there. And make your dream a reality, your reason why. What's driving you emotionally? And I just have a little bit. I try to keep these to a half an hour, you guys, so bear with me. We have 5 minutes. I'm going to go fast through this, all right? But we talk about your why all the time. What's dreaming it? What's your long-term vision? And break it down into bite-sized pieces. Remember, if it's too big, it's not going to seem attainable. And then when you get disappointed, you're going to let your too big of a why take you down. All right, so if time and money were no issue, what would your life look like? I love this perspective of your why. A little, there's different ways, and we hear it make your story. But so, where would you live if time and money were no issue? How would your life look? What would you drive? What would you do with your time? Would you have any debt? Write that down. And is because what we're doing is really what a successful business will do for your life, your family, and your lifestyle. What are you doing? Why are you doing the business? Make it compelling, face your fears, and so that helps you face your fears and persevere. So you want to make it compelling, and it's for you. We talk about a vision board, and I've suggested this before. Kids and family, have your husband put stuff on that vision board. Have your family do it, your kids. So your hard work is, they'll be supportive of your hard work because they see your goals and where you're going to. We talk about breaking it down. Maybe you want to be able to fund an orphanage somewhere. Okay, well, that's really big. So what about if you set aside a little bit of money every paycheck so you can adopt a family at Christmas time? Break down even that big goal to a goal that's attainable but staying on the right path. You want to open a dog rescue maybe. Well, maybe you could adopt a dog rescue for Christmas and get them some blankets and do a canned food drive. Stuff like that. So break it down. Keep your why in the same family, but break it down to something that you see that you can attain. And I want you to write down your reason why again, and write down your reason why and share it with your coach, a team member, a sideline partner. But again, pick your sideline partner wisely. And then, I love this from Sarah, craft a compelling vision for your future, like a movie. So as if it were happening present tense, like don't use wimpy words. I love that. Don't use wimpy words. I wish, I want, no. Strong words like I believe, I am, I am no longer shy, but I am confident. I am, a leader. Again, look at affirmations, Google stuff. Write them down. Write down your affirmations and share them with a friend and say, or, erase the negative words in your affirmations and your wimpy words. But let me see. We talk about that. Your vision board. Use your phone. I had a screensaver on my phone for the longest time that said Senior Executive Director, and I dated it. I did this when I was at SassyCon, and I dated it for June of 2018. I didn't hit it in June of 2018, but I left it on my phone as a reminder for where my goals were. So every time I'd go to pick up my phone to make a phone call and my phone was maybe feeling a little bit heavy, you look at your goal and say, all right, my phone is going to get a little bit lighter. If you're running for a trip, who's running for the cruise? Change your screensaver. Put a ship on there. Put a cruise ship on there. And you won the cruise, then put other goals on there. There's an app that I have, and we've talked about it before, like in our local meetings, but it's a vision board app. And it's subliminal messages. So I put pictures of stuff that I wanted to see happen. One of them is a Super Bowl. That's not for me. It's to take my kids to the Super Bowl. Or to World Series, Game 7, World Series. That's on there. And this one is pretty cool because it flashes really fast. So it's like a subliminal thing, but it reminds me twice a day. Morning time and bedtime, to go ahead and do that. And it gives you a little affirmation to put in. And again, the name of this one, it's called Vision Board. Yeah, don't look at my other apps there. The buttocks workout, I did it once. And it still reminds me to do it twice a day. So do it. You have your apps, you have your reminders, but use them. Don't ignore them. Okay, so play the part. I'm going to end with this. Play the part of a successful entrepreneur. And I'm going to read this. Hold on a second. I thought there was something else I wanted to read to you guys too. We're okay. All right. Play the part of a successful entrepreneur. This includes setting up a professional voicemail. Okay, on your phone, your home phone. I mean, who has a home phone? Well, I do, but anyway, set up a professional voicemail on your phone. Set up a professional profile online. Get a LinkedIn profile as a leader in the industry. Create professional email signatures. And in your email signature, include your title, independent color street stylist, and whatever your title is. Include a link to your website. Make it professional. Order flyers, business cards. Make sure you have that. Dress the part. You never know when you're, it says you'll never know when you're going to meet your next power partner. So dress the part of where you want to be, right? If you want people to believe that they can be successful in joining you in your business, you need to play the part. You are an empowered entrepreneur. All right, so let's do this. Believe in you. But I'm going to end with this. If you want people to believe that they can be successful in joining you in this business, you need to play the part. You need to be professional. Dress for it. Be proud of yourself. Walk tall. Because you are valuable and you can make an impact on someone's life. So I'm going to end with that.